Alright, hey everybody, it's Evan from Javascript.com, and in this video, we're going to be looking at arrays. Before this video begins, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, or you could join the Javascript Discord server, and I'm sure someone will be able to help you out there. Alright, so to begin, let's talk about what an array is. So let's say you have a list of objects, maybe such as a list of colors or a list of cars. We can use arrays in JavaScript to hold that list. All right, so to create an array, all we have to do is create our variable here. I'm going to name this colors array, and I'm going to set this equal to 2 empty square brackets. These 2 empty square brackets are called an array literal, and they signify a empty array. Now to initialize this array, let's start by adding things to our list. So I'm going to type red, green, and blue. All right, so now that we have our array here, I'm going to go ahead and console log our array, and we're going to see what shows up in the console. All right, so in our console, we're going to notice a couple things here. So first, we have a 3 right here, which signifies that there is 3 elements in our array, red, green, and blue. And then if we hit the drop-down arrow, we're going to notice that we have our 3 elements listed here, and their positions within the array on the left side. So for example, red is at position 0 in the array, green is position 1 in the array, and blue is position 2 in the array. So with these positions here, we can actually access these specific elements in our array by accessing the position of the array. So for example, say we wanted to access position 0 of the array, which is red. We can actually do this by console logging colors array at position with using 2 empty square brackets. And we can put the position number, which in this case for red is 0. So now you'll notice it says red in the console, and that's because we access position 0, which is always the first element in an array, in which in this case is red here. And if we wanted to console log green, we could just change this position here to 1, and now we'll see green in the console. And of course, as you might expect, if we console log position 2, we're going to get blue. Remember that arrays always start with 0, so red is 0, green is 1, and blue is 2 in this case. All right, so it's important to remember that in JavaScript, all variables are dynamic, which means they can change at runtime. So if we remove our console log here, and we're going to just say colors array, so we're accessing colors array, and we're going to put 2 empty square brackets here, and we want to access red here, so I'm going to put position 0, and then we want to set this equal to, let's say, yellow. Now I'm going to console log colors array here, and we're going to notice in our console that position 0 has changed to yellow because we accessed position 0 of our array, which was red initially, and we are now reassigning this to yellow. So right now you see that there's 3 elements in our array. Well, we can actually access and add another element. Say let's add yellow to the end of our array here. You'll notice that position 3 actually does not exist in an array because remember it's 0, 1, 2. So we're essentially adding a 4th element here by accessing the 3rd position in our array. And you'll notice when we console log this, we'll now see that it says red, green, blue, and yellow. Of course, in JavaScript, since variables are dynamic, we don't have to have this always be a string. We can change this position to be a number, let's say 4. And now if we look at our console, we'll see that position 3 in our array is now a number, which is 4. Keep in mind, in JavaScript, if we do type of, and I pass in our array here, which is colors array, this type of keyword is going to basically give us what type of object this variable is. And we're going to see that it's of type object. So arrays in JavaScript are objects. Now, of course, there's many things that you can do with the colors array. If we look at Visual Studio Code, we'll see that there's a ton of things that we can do with arrays. But the one thing I'm going to go over in this lesson is I'm going to access the length property, and we'll see that it prints out 4 in our console because we have 1, 2, 3, and here we're setting the 4th element, which equals 4 total elements in our array. So the length property gives us the total number of elements in our array. So the main takeaway here is that we can use arrays as a data structure to hold a list of elements. We will be diving into arrays more in future lessons, but that will do it for this video. In the next video, we're going to go over functions in JavaScript. Once again, if you need any help, please feel free to leave a comment, or you can join the DevAscend Discord server, and I'm sure someone will be able to help you out there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.